The Central Idaho Broadcasting Sports presentation of Orofino High School Baseball. Today, under the watchful eye of skipper Scotty Tonneval, the Maniac squad go toe-to-toe with another foe on the baseball diamond. Along with a full schedule of non-league opponents, Orofino faces off against longtime rivals Grangeville and St. Mary's in hopes of making another trip to the Idaho State Championships. So sit back, grab a hot dog, and a bowl of popcorn. Orofino Maniac Baseball is on. And now let's go to the baseball field for today's presentation of Orofino High School Athletics on KLER AM 1300.
Well, from the beautiful Clearwater Valley and the campus of Orofino High School, thank you so much for listening into our broadcast today. It is the Orofino Maniacs taking on the Grangeville Bulldogs in a doubleheader league encounter. Hi, everybody. I'm Jeff Jones, along with CJ Thompson. CJ, it's great to be on top of the pack, exactly where the Maniacs are right now, leading the league at 4-0.
Yeah, most definitely. They right where they want to be, of course, and they want to. They're running like a well-oiled machine, and Coach Tonneval wants to keep that going and keep improving as they head into the backstretch of the season. You know, and I should make sure that I clarify a moment ago when I just said doubleheader. This is scheduled for the varsity to get underway here at 4 o'clock, and then the junior varsity at 6 tonight. There is a scheduled doubleheader that was to be played at Grangeville, but Grangeville's field, I don't know, maybe they're still under 2 feet of snow for all I know. They have not been able to play on their field all spring long, which is typical for the Camas Prairie, and that's where the doubleheader was scheduled to be played this coming weekend. But that has been moved here, so all of the games with Grangeville are going to be played here on the Maniacs field. And that should mean that Grangeville will be the home team on the scoreboard here today?
That's right, yeah. When these two teams meet up again, that is a scheduled game April 29th. That is, what is April 29th? Is that Friday or Saturday? Because we also have games with St. Mary's this weekend as well. And so all the league games between the big dogs, Orofino, Grangeville, and St. Mary's, going to be played here this weekend. We've got some fantastic baseball coming up.
Yeah, most definitely. The 29th is on Saturday, which means that on Friday we have St. Mary's.
That's right. So with that being said, we'll turn our attention here to this game here. It is always difficult to beat Grangeville. Grangeville, for the most part, CJ, they've kind of been on the downside for whatever reason this season. They have not been playing their best baseball by any stretch of the imagination, but when they come here, Grangeville always gets ready for Orofino in baseball, always.
Oh yeah, most definitely. It's that way in every single sport. It doesn't matter what kind of season they're having. Once they come and they challenge the Maniacs, it's always a tough one.
All right. Hey, I see that Maniac batting order has been brought up. So how about if we take a break? When we come back, CJ will have the Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores and more of our pregame show. Come on out and join us, everyone, here at the ballpark at Orofino High. We'll return after this.
Fast and easy, get your taxes completed efficiently and professionally, and get your refund on the way. Fill out the H&R Block drop-off form you'll find online with the needed tax information. Drop it off at your H&R Block office at 120 Michigan Avenue and let them take it from there. Take advantage of quick and convenient drop-off service from H&R Block and swing by today. And to stay one step ahead, keep your eye out for H&R Block to move to their new location at 10640 Highway 12.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Les Schwab Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Farmers, we make you smarter about insurance because what you don't know can hurt you. What if you didn't know that boxes by the curb make you a target for thieves? Or that dog bites account for 1/3 of all home liability claims? What if you didn't know that 1 in 7 drivers is uninsured? And that grease fires have to be smothered. The more you know, the better you can plan. Get smarter about your insurance.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberlink, your local farmers insurance agent.
With spring sports underway and gardening in full swing, Riverside Physical Therapy is here for you. If you're questioning the extent of an ache, pain, or injury, call to schedule a complimentary injury screen today. We'll answer your questions, give you a few pointers, or let you know if you need to be seen by a specialist. We cover everything from sports-related injuries to balance and fall prevention. Riverside Physical Therapy, 150 126th Street, Orofino, 476-7105.
Thank you, Phil. Time now for Riverside Physical Therapy schedules and scores. If you're questioning the extent of an ache, pain, or injury, call or stop by Riverside Physical Therapy for a complimentary injury screen today. In high school baseball action in the region, Lakeland has a double dip scheduled at Lewiston. Sandpoint will host Moscow for a couple. The Maniacs Central Idaho League rival St. Mary's Lumberjacks has Genesee in town for a single contest. The Troy Trojans travel to Potlatch to play 2. Lapway Wildcats are in Kendrick for a double dip, and Prairie is at Lewis County to face the Eagles for 2. In softball, Clarkston is at Pullman. Sandpoint will host Moscow for a doubleheader. Lewiston travels to Lakeland for 2. Kendrick is at Genesee, and Clearwater Valley is at Kamei. Orofino has Grangeville in town for a doubleheader as well. In boys and girls tennis, the Orofino Maniacs travel to Grangeville. In high school track and field, Genesee and Clearwater Valley are at the Prairie meet. In their last action, the Maniacs beat St. Mary's twice on Saturday, 7-4 and 3-2. Yesterday in baseball, the Clearwater Valley Rams took care of business against Genesee, getting the sweep, winning 2 games, 15-0 and 17-2. And in softball, Kendrick beat Genesee 4-2. The Seattle Mariners travel to Philadelphia to face the Phillies today and will be on the air next with Game 2 tomorrow. Tune in for pregame at 2:30, first pitch at 3:40. All the play-by-play action with Rick Riz right here on AM 13 KLER. And that is schedules and scores, brought to you by our good friends at Riverside Physical Therapy. Our coverage of the Maniacs and the Grangeville Bulldogs returns after this.
P1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend Checking account. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
By now you've heard of Orofino's finest lunch buffet, the all-you-can-eat Pizza Factory buffet, filled with pizza, breadsticks, fresh green salad makings, and fruits. But did you know with the purchase of 9 lunch buffets, you'll get the 10th free? Ask for your 10-punch card with your next visit to the Pizza Factory and begin saving today. Free lunch from the Pizza Factory.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
At Watson's Market Orofino, we wish to thank the community for trusting us for your family's grocery shopping needs. We do everything possible to bring you the lowest prices, highest quality foods, and the smiles you see on our employees every day. We believe in community and donate to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events. Hometown values, our commitment to you from Watson's Market Orofino.
Open daily when you need us the most. Watson's Market Orofino.
The weather is great for planting. Hi, this is Ian of Your Best Built Builder Supply. In the parking lot of our Highway 12 store, you'll find our greenhouses up and open for you to put that green thumb to work. Bedding plants, bushes, fruit, and vegetable plants. Looking for something deer resistant? Come on by and take a look. Plant medium, fertilizers, and so much more when you shop Best Built Builder Supply and the Parking Lot Nursery. Open 7 days a week. Best Built Builder Supply.
Once upon a time, there was a sleepy bear in search of a place to nap. Like the inside of a car. A coupe? Too small. An SUV? Too big. A station wagon? Just right. But as his eyelids began to get heavy, we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For auto, home, life, and commercial insurance, see me, Greg Kimberling, in Lewiston at 622 Bryden Avenue.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camus Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camus Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino, to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
And we're back here to the ballpark at Orofino High as we get set for today's matchup between the Orofino Maniacs, who lead the Central Idaho League 4-0 as they take on the Grangeville Bulldogs. CJ, Grangeville on the visitor side of the scoreboard. Let's run down their starting lineup.
All right, in the leadoff spot for the Bulldogs is pitcher David Goikoa, followed in the 2 spot by Carter Munt. He's over at third base. Catcher Cody Clements will hit third. In the cleanup spot is Ray Holes Jr. He's in center. Designated hitter J.T. Jackson will hit fifth, followed sixth by Taven Ebert at second base. Bottom third of the order is Kaysen Sickles in right, shortstop Jack Bransford, and Cooper Poxleitner rounding out the order. He's over in left, and then in the field, but not hitting today, Sam Lindsley at first. Once again, Goikoa, Munt, Clement, Holes Jr., Jackson, Ebert, Sickles, Bransford, and Poxleitner.
All right, the defensive look for the Maniacs out on the hill, taking his warm-up tosses now, is right-hander Drew Hanna. His battery mate is Silas Naranjo. At first, Dashiell Barlow. Bodie Howell is at second. Gavin Christofferson anchors the sack at third. Quentin Naranjo is today starting shortstop for the Maniacs. Left fielder Aiden Olive. Loudon Cochran is in center today, and Easton Schneider is in right. We'll get to the Maniac lineup when we go to the bottom of the first inning, as Drew has finished his warm-up tosses, CJ, and we saw just a little of Drew here the other day against St. Mary's when he came and closed out the game and looked very, very sharp in doing so.
Yeah, he's looked excellent all year long.
Right-hander in the right side of the batter's box, David Goikoa. Here is the first pitch from Hanna, and he starts him out with a breaking ball high for a ball. We are underway just about 3:58, a couple minutes before scheduled first pitch. Don't worry about it. You don't have to drive fast. There's still plenty of baseball to be had here today. The 1-0 is a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Munt on deck, Clement in the hole. The Grangeville Bulldogs and the Orofino Maniacs, first time they've caught up with one another in league baseball play this year. Pitch is going to be swung on, popped up, and it's Naranjo who goes back to the net. However, it makes the net for a long strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Field looking even just a little bit better today, CJ. I don't know if that's because the sun is being blotted out by some of these clouds here or not, but it's just getting a little better every day. Here's the 1-2 on the way. David is going to pop this one foul over the top of the screen. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, most definitely. We have been seeing some steady improvement.
Well, we're just hoping that it'll only get better by the time state rolls around. Here's the 1-2. Swung on, a soft ground ball over to the shortstop. Naranjo gathers it up and makes the nice toss. And there is 1 away here in the top of the first for the Bulldogs. And that will bring up today's starting third baseman, Carter Munt.
Munt on deck, number 3, Clement.
This young man, he is one of those every sport kind of guys there for Grangeville. Played in the backfield for the Bulldog football team. Pretty good in basketball. Here's the first pitch to Carter. Swings through the top of a change. Strike 1. The tall right-hander looks down. He has signs. And here is the 0-1 as The right-hander Hannah tosses in a curveball, little inside for a ball, 1-1.
Grangeville rocking the gray uniforms with the blue sleeves.
Maniacs home white pants, blue tops. Pitch is going to be swung on. High fly ball on the infield. Second baseman Howell 2 steps in from his normal defensive position, makes the catch, and there are 2 away.
At number 3, Clement. On deck number 5.
Again, CJ, the Bulldogs have struggled a little bit. They went down to a wood bat tournament, which was played in southeastern Idaho somewhere. Lost their first 2 games, came back and won the second 2, however. And the first pitch is a strike just above the belt to Clement, 0-1. Drew hitting third in the order for Grangeville. Nobody out on the sacks right now. We're just in the top of the first inning. Curveball is going to be swung on, gathered up by third baseman Christofferson. The toss is made, and just like that, it's a quick 1-2-3 inning, and the Bulldogs go down quietly. When we come back, we'll bring you the Maniac lineup right after this.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Leschwald Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Leschwald Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Today more than ever, we have questions about the health of our community, whether it's a COVID vaccine or our ability to recreate safely around our waterways, campsites, or processing everyday life pressures. Answers you can trust can be found when you listen for Doc Talks, a service of Clearwater Valley Health. Providers deliver factual information you can count on every Thursday at 12:20 and 5:20 on KLER AM and FM. Doc Talks, the latest news to answer your questions. Tune in Thursdays.
We're back here. CJ Thompson has the starting lineup for Orofino Maniacs.
All right, always steady in that leadoff spot. Last year, Central Idaho League MVP Silas Narano behind the dish defensively. First baseman Dash Barlow in the 2 spots today, followed by Quentin Narano hitting third. He's in the hot hole at short. The hot-hitting Bodie Howell in the cleanup spot as always. He's at second base. Left fielder Aiden Olive will follow in the 5 spot. Nick Drobish DHing today. He'll hit 6th, followed by Gavin Christofferson over at 3rd in the 7th spot. Loudon Cochran in center today. He'll hit 8th. Right fielder Easton Schneider is in the 9 spots. And playing defensively, pitcher Drew Hanna, but not hitting today.
All right, so the defense for the Bulldogs, David Gokoy on the hill. Cody Clement catching. Sam Lindsley is at first. Taven Ebert at second. Carter Munt at third. Jack Bransford is at shortstop. Cooper Poxleitner in left. Ray Holes Jr. in center. And then Kaysen Sickles in right. In case you've just joined us, we are now going to the bottom of the first inning with no score in this one. And Silas will step in to see his first pitch. Takes a big gulp of oxygen as he steps into the right side of that batter's box. Goikoa, a right-hander, begins his motion with a kick of that left leg and starts him out with a fastball low. 1 ball and no strikes.
Goikoa, an arm that the Maniacs have seen many, many times.
Well, CJ, Orofino has been hitting the ball extremely well. On-base percentage is phenomenal. Fastball in the dirt for ball 2. And so you can only hope that for the Maniacs anyway, that through their 17 games that they've played so far, that they've seen some pitching just like Goikoa. Here's the 2-0. It's swung on, a line drive right back up the middle for a base hit. Just like that, CJ. Silas turns on a curveball and sends it right under Goikoa's right leg. He's got to pick it up so he doesn't get dinged by it.
At bat number 9.
Great way to get things started against your rivals.
Exactly. You want to start out with a base hit. You know, Silas didn't have the best performance a couple of days ago against St. Mary's in that leadoff spot. He got on base, but that's his first hit in the past few days. Barlow steps in and he waves at the first pitch for strike 1.
Yeah, really Saturday in that opening game, the whole top third of the order struggled for the Maniacs, but the rest of the order picked up the slack.
So the left-hander, Barlow, steps back in, has a strike against him. David has the sign from Clement behind the dish. The 0-1 is going to be swung on. It's popped up high. First baseman Lindsley coming down the line. He'll make the catch, and there's one away. Silas easily steps back to first base. With one away here for Orofino in the bottom of the first inning, it's going to bring up Quinton Naranjo. Quinton, I don't want to say he's been a surprise, CJ, but I'll tell you what, he has produced at the plate and in the field.
Yeah, he's been excellent all over the place. He's shown some pop to his bat as well.
Yeah. Quinton rocks back and forth at home plate as Goikoa works from the stretch. And the first pitch is swung on. It's nubbed out in front of the plate. Up on it, Clement. Here's the throw to first, and it's off the mark. It comes out of the glove of Lindsley at first base, and everybody is safe. And I'm going to give Quinton a hit, CJ, because I think he got to the base before the ball even got to Lindsley's glove.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was a pretty bang-bang play.
So the Naranjo boys are on. Silas at second, Quinton at first. With one gone, that's going to bring up cleanup hitter Bodie Howell. Bodie's going to send one back into the crowd. Took out somebody's umbrella in the stands right below us, and they brought that for shade, but they actually tilted it to fend that ball off from coming in and hitting them. Quick strike on Bodie. Runners take their leads. Curveball misses away, evens up the count at 1-1. Aiden Olive on deck.
And Bodie has been on fire at the plate this year. Talking to Coach, he says Bodie is always going to hit. You can count on that.
The 1-1 high to Mr. Howell for ball 2. And he just has an exceptional eye when it comes to finding that ball into his zone. Here's the 2-1 to Bodie. Inside, he turns away from the pitch for ball 3. 3-1 now. This young man has really proven to be something special hitting in that cleanup spot. He's got a couple of runs out there. High, ball 4, so he'll toss the bat. That's going to load him up as Silas at third, Quinton at second. Bodie with the walk will bring up Aiden Olive now. And here's Aiden, who his first pitch that he saw against St. Mary's this last week hit a double out into center field.
Yeah, later he saw an intentional walk.
Which is you don't see that very often, especially in high school baseball.
You really don't. Both he and Bodie took 1 yard when they traveled to St. Mary's.
Well, let's see what Aiden can do here with the sacks juiced here in the bottom of the first inning. And he's going to hit this one high in the air, off with the mask. Looking for it is Lindsley, and does that get caught or is it dropped? It dropped. Lindsley was coming in, Clement was going out. Clement lost the ball when he flipped off his mask. You saw him look to the left, you saw him look behind him, and that's when Lindsley came in from first base, and there was nearly a collision, and neither catch the ball. And so Aiden has another opportunity here to come back to the plate. One quick strike against him.
Yeah, he knows he got away with one there.
You betcha. And this pitch paints the outside corner for a called strike to Olive. Olive with that long frame stands even with the plate. And now the waste pitch from Goikoa on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and there is the second out now for the Maniacs. And the first strikeout for Goikoa here in today's baseball game.
And that's what we've been used to seeing from Goikoa throughout the years.
So that's going to bring up today's designated hitter, Nate Drobish. And the first pitch, a fastball on the outside, black, strike 1.
Nick Drobish.
Nick steps in, stands even, then he opens up his stance. Here's the 0-1 on the way. Outside for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. Again, to set the scene for you. Silas Naranjo singled. He's over at third now. Quinton also a single at second. Pitch is going to be swung on and fouled away. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Over at first, Bodie Howell, who drew a base on balls. 2 away now, and a couple of strikes against Nick. Working from the windup, David begins his motion. He fires the pitch. A slider low and in the dirt for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Nick, an excellent center fielder, getting the day off today defensively.
And again, Goikoa. 2-2 pitch. Swinging strike 3. Ball comes out of the glove of Clement. There will be no throw down to first as it was already occupied, and that'll do it. Maniacs waste a golden opportunity. Sacks loaded in the bottom of the first, can't bring a run home. 0-0 after 1 inning of play, CJ. Who's coming up for Grangeville in the top of the second?
It'll be 4, 5, 6 in the order. Holes Jr., Jackson, and Ebert after this.
The morning paper arrives and you just can't extend your arms far enough to focus on the print. Does this seem like a typical day for you? Help is just an appointment away with Family Eye Care in Orofino and Cami Eye. Dr. Rick Lundgren is the Valley's trusted optometrist when it comes to your eyesight. Family Eye Care's highly trained staff will make sure your family has the finest in air care and eyewear. Call for an appointment and let Dr. Rick Lundgren perform a complete eye examination with the latest technology available. Single lens, bifocal, or progressive eyeglasses. Accentuate your personal style with statement-making glasses, contact lenses, sunglasses, and designer frames. Family Eye Care on Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and on Highway 12 West in Cami Eye is your stop for name brand frames, optics, and people who really care about your eyesight. Family Eye Care, where most insurance coverage is accepted along with major credit cards. We put your family first at Family Eye Care.
Deck number 7, Jack.
Bring home the win, Orofino. Sponsoring today's OHS broadcast are your friends at Orofino Physical Therapy, Kimberling Insurance, and Best Built Builder Supply. Still goose eggs on the scoreboard as we head to the seconds, Jeff.
Well, the Maniacs finish with their DH, and the Bulldogs start with theirs. Or excuse me, this is Ray Holtz Jr. Center fielder takes a pitch up high for a ball, 1-0. It's Jackson who is on deck, who is the DH for Grangeville, and then Taven Ebert. We're looking at the middle third of the order. Fastball swung on, popped up. It'll be shortstop Naranjo. 3-4 steps to his left, makes the catch, tosses the ball over to Bodie Howell, who will start it around for the Maniacs. 1 gone on 1 pitch here to the Bulldog half of the second inning of play.
And when you saw these two scheduled to start, you knew it was going to be a pitching battle. Every run will be huge.
JT Jackson, the right-hander, steps up, takes a pitch just below the knees for a ball, 1-0. Drew Hanna, the slightly built right-hander, chucks the next pitch up there inside, taken for a ball, 2-0. Outfield playing straight away for Jackson, hitting in the 5 spot. Ooh, curveball inside. It got a piece of JT, so he's down at first base, hit by pitch. First mistake for Drew today. Again, in the first inning of play,
Ebert on deck number 9, second.
Just 9 pitches for Drew to get 3 outs, 10 to get 4 outs, and then unfortunately he plunks Jackson on the 3rd pitch. Pitch is going to be swung on. This one is fouled back here into the crowd off the bat is Taven, 0-1. So Grangeville with their first base runner today. Taking a lead is Jackson. He's held on by Daschle. Quick look by Drew over his left shoulder. JT doesn't look as though he's going anywhere. Swinging through a high, ugly knuckleball or something is Ebert. 0-2. Whatever that pitch was, Taven said, either A, I got to swing to get it out of my eyes, or he thought it was going to drop down. 0-2. Hanna will come set chin high with the ball, and the waist pitch swung on, and that'll do it. A 3-pitch out. Taven Ebert goes down, the second out for the Bulldogs here in the second inning of play.
As you talked about in the pregame show, Jeff Hanna coming in relief of Loudon Cochran on that Saturday, and he retired all 7 batters that he faced.
Wow, that's just amazing. Fastball taking strike at the knees to Sickles. You know, you got to hand it to this arsenal that the Maniacs have. They can throw guys. Pitch is high for a ball. You can take anybody off of the field, and everybody's got a pretty good command. And I've only seen a couple of games, CJ. You've seen more than I have. Here's a move over to first base. Back in on his hands, Jackson. But you've seen more guys throw than I have, but everybody is all saying the same thing. Orofino's got a good arsenal. Here's a pitch taken for a strike on the outside to Sickles, 1-2.
Yeah, most definitely. They've got a deep pitching staff along with everything else.
And now 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch to Sickles swung on, and that's going to do it as the Bulldogs leave 1 base runner out there here in the top of the second. We are at zeros. When we go to the Maniac half of the second, CJ, who's it going to be?
Bottom third of the order will try to get the bats going. Christopherson, Cochran, and Schneider due up for the Maniacs after this.
The forensic analyst searched for clues to what could have caused the house fire.
Could that be
traces of starch? Suddenly the pieces came together. The fire was started by
an over-microwaved potato?
And we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
At 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston, see me, Greg Kimberlink, your local farmer's insurance agent.
It's important to know folks you can trust, especially when considering selling your car or truck to an automotive dealership. Hanson Garage or Orofino, your longtime friends, are currently purchasing used vehicles. With a shortage of lot inventory, Hanson Garage will buy your used car or truck today. There's only a few hometown dealerships left with honest local people who will be there when you need them most. Hanson Garage is one of those dealerships. Stop in and see us today.
Welcome back once again. Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services and Riverside Physical Therapy say go Maniacs and a win as we head to the home half of the second here at the ball field at Orofino High, and still zeros.
Cody Clement sends the ball down to second base, and we are ready to go here as Gavin Christopherson starts off the Maniac half of the second inning of play. This is Gavin's first look at starting pitcher Goikua, and he takes a pitch inside, ball 1. The big right-hander, Gavin Christopherson, playing third base for the Maniacs today. Can't turn on a pitch that paints the outside black for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike now.
And he's playing against his cousin today, right?
Yeah, that's right. 1-1. Swung on, a ground ball wide of third and out into left field. Gavin with a single to start things off here for Orofino. Placed it where they weren't. Munt moved hard to his left. Deep in the hole was Bransford at shortstop, and he couldn't come up with it either. Ball had eyes. So base runner on here for Orofino, and that's going to bring up today's starting center fielder, Loudon Cochran. Loudon, another righty in this hitting staff for the Maniacs, takes a pitch, a strike at the knees. 0-1. All the kids are out of school, CJ, and they've filled the ballpark. Lots of Orofino High School students here to watch their boys in blue. The 0-1 misses outside. Here's the throw down to first. They have the runner caught between bases. Here's the throw to second, and safe at second base is Gavin Christopherson. Wow. Gavin with a late jump, CJ. The throw down to first behind the base runner. Lindsley had it. I don't know if he had problems getting the ball out of his glove or if he is waiting for somebody to cover the bag at second. He makes a nice throw to Bransford, the shortstop, who tries to slip a tag on Gavin, but he slides underneath it. Pitch is high now for ball 2. 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, what an interesting play. Seemed he was dead to rights.
Gosh, yeah. And, you know, you just don't look at Gavin as a base stealer, but he sure did well that time. Loudon with the base runner in scoring position. 2-1. Ooh, gosh, that's a strike. Holy Toledo. A little on the outside from our advantage point here. And the count runs 2 balls and 2 strikes to the Maniacs standing at the plate. Gavin with the lead away from second. The 2-2 is on a hop into the glove of Clement for ball 3. Nobody gone here in the bottom of the second. Base runner in scoring position for the 8-hitter in the lineup, Cochran. Cochran's going to lace one hard the other way, and the count will remain 3-2 as the ball is easily foul.
Of course, he's got to fight off anything close with 2 strikes.
You betcha he
Keep
does.
that AB alive.
First base open. 3-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, and this one too is fouled out of play to the right. Loudon's going to just keep hacking away, and the deeper you can get Goikoa into the count, CJ, the more batters that do that, the quicker you get him off the hill. Full count. Here's the pitch to Loudon. Low for ball 4, so Cochran draws a base on balls. That's a good at-bat for the 8-hitter in the lineup, Loudon Cochran. So base runners at first and second for the 9-hitter in the lineup now. This is Easton Schneider, today's starting right fielder.
Yeah, you know Coach Tonnevold's going to give him props for that at-bat.
You bet, you bet. Runners take their lead, showing bunt, taking a strike as Schneider, 0-1. Let's see if that changes the defense. Backing up is Munt over at third base. Now that the bunt has been given up, we'll see if Schneider shows it again. Creeping in at the corners, bunt is shown and it's fouled up the first base line. So the bunt off now with 2 strikes against Schneider.
Orofino loaded up the sacks in the first. Weren't able to take advantage of it. Goikoa able to finish with a couple of strikeouts.
Well, hitting in the 9 spot, Schneider's job more than likely is if you've got base runners in front of you, and that's typically the way it happens, you need to bunt them around. Bunt them 90 feet. Here's the pitch. High for a ball, 1-2. So the corners back in their regular defensive positions. Big hole between third and short. Here's the pitch. It's through the wickets of Clement, and so base runners will move up another 90. Christofferson over to third now. Cochran to second. And that'll be scored as a wild pitch as the ball was underneath the glove of Clement. I think that might have even skipped into the dirt just prior to the glove of the catcher. Now the 2-2. Swung on, hard hit ball out into left field. Will it drop fair? It does! It's all the way up to the fence. Picked up out there by Poxleitner as 2 runs score on the RBI double from Easton Schneider. Way to be a hitter, kid.
Wow. Absolutely laced that down the line, just hopped all over it.
Didn't stay fair by much, maybe 3-4 feet, CJ. And Cooper Poxleitner was on his horse, but by the time he got there, it had rolled dead up against the fence. 2-0 Orofino. We're in the bottom of the second inning of play. And we're back to the top of the order, and the first pitch is swung on, fly ball out into right field. Caught off the bat in Naranjo, and so there is 1 away. So just unfortunately for Silas, he gets underneath it, pokes it up into the air to the right fielder, and so having to stay put over at second is Schneider, not deep enough to even think about trying to get another 90 feet. 1 gone now, 2 across for Orofino. Daschle will come to the plate. He flew out to the third baseman. This one is not going to fly out to anybody. It's going to drop in between left and right field. Rounding third, coming home is Schneider. The throw comes into the cutoff. There will be no throw to the home plate. Daschle Barlow with an RBI single, scoring Easton from second, and the Maniacs now with a 3-0 lead.
That ball coming a little inside on Dash, able to fight it off, send a little flare to the gap. Opposite field.
Here is Quinton Naranjo, and once again a base runner out on the sacks. Quinton will 1-hop it right back to Goikoa. Goes to second, and the ball is out of the glove of the shortstop Bransford. Rounding second and on his way to third now on the errant throw is Daschle. And safe over at first on the fielder's choice is Quentin Naranjo. Yeah, just a bad throw by Goicoa. Jack Bransford, the shortstop, went over to make the catch, but it was wide of his glove on his left hand, and it sailed over the bag out into left field. And now time has been called as the coaching staff will head out and have a quick chat with David and all the infield for the Bulldogs as Orofino leads it 3-0. Only one gone here in the bottom of the second, and runners at the corners.
There have been some key defensive miscues here in the early going on the part of the Bulldogs that Maniacs have been able to take advantage of.
Yeah. Well, you betcha. Anytime, CJ, you can get the lead runner, you're going to want to do that. But unfortunately, an errant throw by Goicoa ends up being a two-bag error. Quentin still reaches on the fielders, and that will bring up now our cleanup hitter, Bodie Howell. Defensive signs coming from Clement out in front of home plate. Now he'll squat down behind the dish. Little shift out there between second and short, a couple of steps to the right. Bodie, he's going to take a first pitch. It's a strike. No throw down to second base as the ball came out of Clement's glove. And I'm not sure he would have actually thrown that anyway with Daschle over at third base. Here's the 0-1 to Howell. Waves through a high fastball, 0-2.
Bodie walked in his first at-bat.
Well, Bodie would love nothing more to have an opportunity. He had one base runner on his first at-bat. There's a slider missing away for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And right now, you can see Goicoa kind of tighten up a little bit here, CJ. His pitches are not that crisp. The 1-2 on the way, swung on, a little nubber foul up the third base line.
And we have an update on the softball game in the top of the second. Orofino in the lead over Grangeville, 4-0.
All right, go Lady Maniacs. Grangeville Bulldogs softball, very prominent this year. They're doing exceptionally well. The 1-2. Ooh, swung through. Ball gets out of the glove of Clement. And the throw down to first base is good. Base runners are kept where they're at. Barlow at third and Naranjo at first. Or excuse me, rather second. My apologies.
Number 3.
And we need to give Quentin a stolen base for his efforts earlier. So there are 2 away now after the strikeout 2-3 throw out. Third strikeout now. And the pitch is
swung through and missed.
Strike 1 to Aiden Olive. 2 gone with 2 aboard. 3 across. We're in the bottom of the second. Maniacs lead this one over the Grangeville Bulldogs. Goicoa starts his windup, and then time is called at home plate. Now Aiden will step back in, measures, and puts a lot of weight back on that right foot. He's going to hit one in the hole out into right field. It's going to pick up a run. And booted out there by Sickles. 2 runs will now score. On his way around second is Olive. He's chugging for third, and he will slide in safe. Aiden Olive gets a single, and then a 2-base error out in right field by Sickles moves him all the way over to third. That's some creative base running as the Maniacs now lead it 5-0 over the Bulldogs. Again, fine hitting, CJ, from the middle half of the infield, just like against St. Mary's this last weekend.
Yeah, pitch on the outer portion of the plate, just stuck the bat out and let it do the work.
Drobish, the DH, he's going to swing heartily at one, pop it high, and it's out into right field and making the catch. That is the third out. So Sickles makes the final out in right field for the Bulldogs, but Orofino comes up with 5 runs to lead it 5-0 after 2. It'll be the Bulldog half of the third, CJ, when we come back. Who is it?
Bransford, Poxleitner, and Goicoa after this.
P1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
When it comes to your health care, getting placed on a long waiting list to see a provider can be frustrating. That's why at Orofino Physical Therapy, we recognize that when you're in pain, you want help now. At Orofino Physical Therapy, there is no waiting. Priding ourselves on offering same-day, next-day appointments, you can rest assured you'll be seen within 24 hours. If you're in pain and need help, don't wait. Call Orofino Physical Therapy. Call today, 476-9365.
Family Eye Care and Clearwater Valley Health and the Orofino Health Clinic are proud Maniac backers all through the year here on KLER as we head to the top of the third here at the ball field at Orofino High, 5-0. Orofino.
All right, so getting their first look at Drew Hanna, our hitters 8 and 9, Bransford and Poxleitner, and then we're back to the top of the order for Goikoa. We're in the top of the third. Maniacs lead the visitors, Grangeville Bulldogs, 5-0. Bransford steps in. He waves at the first pitch. A curveball away from the right-handed hitter for strike one. A lot of pressure on this Bulldog team, already down 5-0. Pitch is going to be swung on, and this one is hit over the top of shortstop and out into center field, collected there by Loudon Cochran. So there is the first hit for the Bulldogs, and it comes here with the 8-hitter Bransford in the third inning of play. Grangeville going to try and get something going here.
Number 12.
As, again, this is just a single game for the varsity. The JV will play the nightcap in this one here. And on Saturday, both these teams will do it all over again with Grangeville as the home team here at the ballpark at Orofino High. Poxleitner will step in. Oh, squares to bunt. Here's the throw down to first, and the ball just skips into the glove of Barlow, and he can't get the tag on Bransford quick enough. But that was an easy pick play if that ball had come directly to the glove of Barlow at first, CJ. 1 ball and no strikes to Cooper standing at home plate. Another throw over to first, tag applied, and again they just want to keep Bransford as close to first as they possibly can. Keep that double play in order. Pitch to Poxleitner. This one's going to be popped up on the bunt attempt. It'll make the screen 1-1.
Exactly what you don't want to do on a bunt right there, but it's too far away for anyone to get to it.
Taking instruction, Poxleitner now steps in. Short lead over at first by Bransford. Working from the stretch, Hanna deals to the plate. There's another bunt. It's popped up, and making the catch and then dropping it is Hanna on the first base line. And so safe over at second is Bransford. Poxleitner reaches. And I'll be honest with you, I couldn't tell you if Drew got any of his glove on that or not as he slid to try and make that catch at the first base line.
I don't believe he did.
Number 12.
So we're going to give Poxleitner an infield single.
On deck number 6, bunt.
Popping up a bunt, normally a huge mistake.
Normally it is, yeah. We go to the top of the order, Goikoa. He's got 2 Bulldogs out on the sacks with nobody gone here in the Grangeville half. Fires through a high fastball, does David. Strike one. Coach said, you don't need to be swinging for the fence. Let's just go ahead and try and do this 1 run at a time. The 0-1 swung on. High fly ball. Center fielder Cochran settles underneath it. Makes the catch, and base runners will have to stay put. Again, Bransford is at second. Poxleitner at first. Both there via the hit. There is 1 gone for Grangeville here in the third inning of play. That will bring up today's starting third baseman, Carter Munt. Wait a minute. Is that a 6 or an 8?
That says 8.
That says 8, but, well, it looks like Carter. I'm going to guess that maybe the lineup card just had his number wrong. Pitches swung through, strike one. Didn't see our home plate umpire making any changes to his official lineup, so we're going to say that that is Carter. 0-1. From the stretch, Drew set letter high, checks the runner at second. Again, another look back over his shoulder. There's the bunt. It's shown, and the pitch is taken for a strike to Carter, 0-2. Good job by the backstop, Silas Narano. First thing he does, that pitch is a little high, CJ. He fields it nicely behind home plate, and immediately he skips to his left, gets in front of the hitter, Munt, so he can make any throw he needs to. Here's the 0-2, swinging third strike, and that'll do it for Carter. 2 gone here for Grangeville in the top of the third inning of play.
After a tough start to the frame, Drew Hanna coming back getting 2 big outs.
Yeah, fly ball out to center field, and now a swing strikeout to Munt. That's going to bring up today's starting catcher, Cody Clement. Cody, the third out to end the first inning of play, just a simple ground out to Gavin over at third base. Play at any base now. Pitch to Munt is taken for a called strike, or Clement rather, excuse me. Drew works the outside half of the dish. His counterpart is also beginning that call on the outside half, Goikoa. The 0-1. Swung on, fouled back into the screen. 0-2.
Clement bounced out to third in his first at-bat, back in the first.
No signs coming in from the staff up that third base line. Cody will step in. And the pitch way outside. Here's the throw down to first. Tags applied. Out at third base is Clement. Or excuse me, Munt. And just like that, Bulldogs get a couple of runners on, but it's the Maniac defense that steps up and keeps them from scoring. No runs on 2 hits. No errors, 1 left out there. It is 5-0 Orofino as we go to the Maniac half of the third, CJ.
And we'll start in the same place we did last inning. Christofferson, Cochran, and Schneider after this.
Fast and easy, get your taxes completed efficiently and professionally, and get your refund on the way. Fill out the H&R Block drop-off form you'll find online with the needed tax information. Drop it off at your H&R Block office at 120 Michigan Avenue and let them take it from there. Take advantage of quick and convenient drop-off service from H&R Block and swing by today. And to stay one step ahead, keep your eye out for H&R Block to move to their new location at 10640 Highway 12.
If you can count yourself as one of the hundreds of folks across the Clearwater who wakes up in the morning with a stiff and aching back, your answer is Riverside Physical Therapy. While everyone is unique in their issues, the therapists at Riverside PT work hard to deliver the care you need to feel better after the very first visit. A satisfied patient is the simple goal of all the staff. Let us assess your healthcare needs and develop a recovery plan to fit you. Call for an appointment today, 476-7105, Riverside Physical Therapy, Highway 12 West, Orofino.
The Pizza Factory and the player of the game. That honor will be announced at the end of today's game. We hope that you will listen in for that. CJ and I just quickly want to say that the third out was recorded when Silas threw down to first and the tag was applied on Poxleitner.
Goikoa back out on the mound. Gavin Christofferson to lead things off. First pitch, swing in a pop-up foul territory, third base side, giving chase. Muntz makes his way over. He'll make the catch. And there is one away.
Maniacs right now, CJ, they have 5 runs on 6 hits.
At bat number 22,
so
Cochran on deck number
I'll tell you,
1.
the Maniacs are hitting Goikoa pretty well right now.
Yeah, most definitely. We've seen them struggle at times against him in the past. But a great start today, Loudon Cochran. First pitch, high and tight. 4-1.
Loudon was one of those 5 runs that came across to score in the second inning. Maniacs just had base runners in every way.
The 1-0 to Loudon. That is inside. 2-0. Maniacs putting up all 5 of their runs there in the second, despite loading up the bases in the first. Goikoa wheels in, deals the 2-0 pitch, and paints the outside edge for a called strike, 2-1. Looked like a slider there from Goikoa. Now the windup and the 2-1 pitch comes back inside, and did he hit him or did it?
They're going to say that, he is hit. I'm not sure if it wasn't caught by Clement, but it was a swinging third strike. Might have gotten a piece of him after his bat had already come through. I'm not sure, but Loudon Cochran is out, second out here in the Maniac frame of the third.
All right, 2 away. Easton Schneider, first pitch to Easton, swing and a high fly ball, arcing towards right field. Settling under it is Kason Sickles. He'll make the catch, and a 1-2-3 inning here in the bottom of the third. No runs on no hits, no errors, none left out there. 5-0 Orofino.
Well, when we come back, Cody Clement, who ended at the plate back in the third for the Bulldogs, will come back to the dish. Ray Holtz Jr. and JT Jackson right after this.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
It's back, fresher and hotter. The Pizza Factory reintroduces the all-you-can-eat buffet. Lunchtime in Orofino means all-you-can-eat pizza, breadsticks, sauce, and a delicious salad bar, packed with fresh greens, fruits, proteins, and dressings. The Pizza Factory all-you-can-eat buffet is Monday through Friday, 11 to 2. Make the all-you-can-eat buffet your next lunchtime stop.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
P1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
P1FCU is a proud sponsor of today's Maniac Baseball broadcast here on KLER Orofino. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson, we encourage you to come on by and take in a little high school baseball action. First game is a varsity matchup here between Orofino and Grangeville, and then the second game, the junior varsity will take over, CJ.
We ended things in the third with Cody Clement at the plate, and we will start the fourth with Cody Clement at the plate. Hannah winds and fires, swings at the first pitch. Slow dribbler to Norano, fields at the throw over well in time. Just like that, one pitch, one away.
So, let's see, one,
or Quentin
two,
Norano. Did I say
three.
Jackson.
3 ground ball outs, CJ. That's all there has been. The rest has been defense by Drew Hanna and 1 fly ball out and 1, 2, 3 put out at second.
Here's Holes Jr. at the plates. First pitch is up and away. 4-1. Holes got under one in the second. Popped out to short. Now the windup and the pitch. That one is low. 2-0.
The Holes Jr. are the Holes family in Grangeville. What a fantastic family, CJ. You know, there are those families that do everything, and they do it.
The 2-0 is way upstairs for ball 3.
Back in the day when I worked at a radio station in Grangeville, the Ray Holes Saddle Company was right next to the radio station in Super Family.
The 3-0 taken all the way for ball 4 as it is high, and that is a 4-pitch walk.
That's the first walk that Drew Hanna has given up, CJ, against 3 strikeouts, and he has hit 1 batter.
Another update on the softball game. Top of 3, 6-0 Orofino.
On deck number 8, Eberly.
So 1 on, 1 away. Here is JT Jackson, and a move over to first gets Holes Jr. diving back to the bag. JT Jackson DHing today. First pitch, swing, and a foul tip into the glove of Norano. Strike 1.
So JT is DHing for Sam Lindsley, the third baseman, and we've seen Sam hit before. I'm not sure what exactly is going on with Sam, but he is getting DH'd today.
Another toss to first from Hanna. Trying to keep Holes Jr. as close as he can. The 0-1 on the way to Jackson. Inside. Pulls one foul. 0-2.
Yeah, you want to get a couple of quick strikes against this guy. The DH, he's there for a reason, CJ, and you want to see if you can set him down as quickly as possible and just get to Ebert behind him.
Here's the set from Hannah and the waist pitch. Swing and miss for strike 3.
That was a nasty-looking change, CJ. JT Jackson swing like, I don't know, 5 minutes before the ball seemed to get to the home plate. What a nice strikeout for Drew Hanna. Second out here.
Another move over to first. Diving back in is Holes Jr. Guess it was a foul tip into the glove for that strikeout. 2 straight moves. David Ebert struck out swinging in his first at-bat. Here's the first pitch from Hanna. He slaps one just past the glove of Gavin Christofferson into left field, and Gavin couldn't believe it. He's looking down, trying to see if there's a hole in his glove.
Yeah, now you'll see him. He just took the glove off, CJ. He's tightening up the strings a little bit. It had nothing to do with it. I mean, that just looped right past the top of his glove.
So a single for Ebert. Runners at first and second now with 2 away. It's now 6-1 in the softball game, Orofino. Here's the pitch, swing, and a slow roller to second base. Howell has it. Quick toss to Naranjo at second, and that'll do it for the Bulldogs here in the 4th. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 1 out there. It is 5-0 Orofino.
All right, when we come back, it'll be Orofino's half of the 4th inning, and we'll start it off with top of the order, Naranjo, Barlow, and Quentin Naranjo after this.
Every year on the 5th of May, millions of people across the world head out on the streets to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Music, parties, games all make for a joyous time to celebrate everything about Mexican culture. The Clearwater County Chamber of Commerce invites you to gather with your friends at their annual dinner and auction. Friday, May 5th, 5:30 at the Best Western Lodge at River's Edge. You'll enjoy complimentary margarita or cerveza while looking over the many auction items. Taco bar dinner at 6:30, and then it's games galore, including a new wheel spin to win big prizes. Live and silent auctions make for a great night. For tickets, visit the Orofino branches of P1FCU, Banner Bank, or LCCU, or online at ClearwaterCountyAdventures.com. Table sponsors for this festive event include Best Built Builder Supply, Debco Construction, and Edward Jones Matt Sartini. Proceeds benefit Clearwater County and all our citizens and businesses. Please attend May 5th.
And with the throw down to second base, we'll remind you that our game is brought to you in part by Watson's Grocery Orofino and Les Schwab Tire Center. Here we go, folks. Bottom of the 4th inning, and here's CJ Thompson.
Top of the order due up for the Maniacs, Silas Naranjo. Face Goikoa back out on the bump. Wind up and the first pitch is low and outside.
Show your dad too.
4-1.
So Silas today, CJ, he's 1 for 2, singled back in the first.
The 1-0 to Silas is outside. 2-0.
This kid has baseball in his blood. He just wants to put one out in the outfield.
The 2-0 pitch, a swing, and a 2-hopper into the glove of Ebert at the second, and the short toss sets down Naranjo 4-3 for the first out.
Number 9 Barlow, on deck number 34, Quentin Naranjo.
And that'll bring up a Dashel Barlow to the plates. Dash responsible for a couple of runs today. Goikoa winds and delivers. That pitch way upstairs.
Yeah, starts him out with a bit of a curve, CJ. It didn't have much pace on it. It stayed high. Didn't come down.
The 1-0 pitch to Barlow. Nicely placed on the inside. For a called strike, 1-1. Now he'll paw at the dirt. Wheels and deals. That pitch stays inside. 2 balls and a strike to Barlow.
So the second pitch Goikoa tossed in there was a strike. This one just missing.
And the 2-1 will be swung on, and it is into right field for a base knock. Got by the glove of Lindsley at first, and a dash with a base knock.
You know, a lot of velocity, that ball coming off of Dashiell's bat, CJ, and it zipped right past Sam over there at right field. Got that glove on his left hand, extended it out there, but he wasn't going to put a glove on it.
Here's Quentin Norano. First pitch from Goikoa outside. 4-1. 1-0. Bottom third struggled this weekend, but they're playing well today as that pitch catches on the outer edge for a strike. 1-1. Each of the top third of the order with hits. The 1-1 pitch outside as Clement hops up and stares down Barlow at first. Count at 2-1. Barlow held on by Lindsley. The set and the pitch, swing and a flare foul on the first base side, safely out of play. Evens the count up, 2 balls, 2 strikes to Quentin Norano. Quentin has reached both trips. A single and a fielder's choice. He also scored the second time. Swiped second. Goikoa working from the stretch with a man aboard. The 2-2 pitch to Norano outside. Full count. Gorgeous day here at the ball field. Sunshine, highs in the mid-60s. I think 65 was the high. Payoff pitch, swinging a grounder right side of the infield. Second baseman Eberts looks at second, turns back around to throw to first just in time.
Yeah, Taven thought about trying to turn the double play, CJ. He fields that ball to his left, so that allows him to pirouette, but he sees that the base runner, Barlow, is already there, so he has to come back. He's only got to play it first after that, and he just barely gets the ball into the glove of Lindsley.
So Norano aboard on the fielder's choice. Here's Bodie Howell. Takes a cut at the first pitch. High fly ball towards the gap in right center. Charging is Sickles will make the catch, and that will do it for the Maniacs here in the bottom of the fourth. No runs on the hits, no errors, and they leave one out there. It is 5-0 Orofino.
Okay, it'll be Grangeville's half of the fifth inning when CJ and I come back to the ballpark here at Orofino High. Scheduled up are hitters 8, 9, and 1. Bransford, Poxleitner, and Goikoa after this.
The weather is great for planting. Hi, this is Ian of Your Best Built Builder Supply. In the parking lot of our Highway 12 store, you'll find our greenhouses up and open for you to put that green thumb to work. Bedding plants, bushes, fruit, and vegetable plants. Looking for something deer resistant? Come on by and take a look. Plant medium, fertilizers, and so much more when you shop Best Built Builder Supply and the Parking Lot Nursery. Open 7 days a week. Best Built Builder Supply.
Simmons Natal Enterprises hopes you'll join them and participate in this year's annual community cleanup. Saturday, April 29th, we're applying a little elbow grease to make our little village the shining star of the Gem State. Simmons Natal Enterprises is happy to sponsor the live remote broadcasts heard on KLER radio with interviews of organizers and participants. Help make Orofino a nicer place in which to live, work, and play. Community cleanup sponsored in part by Simmons Natal Enterprises.
Orofino Physical Therapy, Kimberling Insurance, and Best Built Builder Supply, all fine sponsors of Maniac Baseball broadcasts here on KLER Orofino. CJ Thompson is here as we go now to the top of the fifth inning.
And in the top of the fifth, Maniacs with a 5-run cushion. Drew Hanna's pitched well so far. Tossing a shutout to this point. Here's Jack Bransford to lead things off. Wind up, and the first pitch is a low from Hanna, 1-0.
All right, so right now the numbers on Hanna, no runs on just 3 hits for the Bulldogs, all singles.
The 1-0 to the plate, fastball in the dirt, 4-2, 2-0. Over on deck, Cooper Poxleitner. Then it's back around to the top with Goikoa. Both Bransford and Poxleitner with hits so far. Comes back, paints the inside edge. 2 balls and a strike.
So this is the part of the order where Drew has given up a couple of hits to hitters 8 and 9.
And the 2-1 will bounce in the dirt. 4-3, 3-1. Hitters count to Bransford.
Bransford right now, CJ, 4-5. He's only seen 6 pitches total.
These two.
2 at-bats.
Here's the pitch. Swing a sharply hit ground ball into the glove of Christofferson at third. The toss across in time. And Bransford goes down 5-3.
You know, I want to give kudos out to Gavin over at third base, CJ. He plays the position so effortlessly. I mean, that was a sharply hit ball, and he squared himself up with it. He makes the throw exactly the way it's supposed to be.
Here's Poxleitner. First pitch tries to golf it, comes up empty.
Not to laugh or anything like that, but my gosh, CJ, that pitch just tied him up. He's just trying to protect himself at home plate.
There's the windup in the 0-1 from Hannah. Another one down low, gets chased after and fouled off. 0-2. Yeah, a lot of guys rotating through that left side of the infield so far here for Orofino. We saw Eddie Harrison on Saturday, of course. Quentin Naranjo plays a lot of time at third, as does Gavin. Bodie Howell over at second now. This is short a lot. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. A 3-pitch strikeout sets down a Poxleitner. 0-5.
5 strikeouts now for Drew Hanna, CJ. You know, and he has got them all throughout the order. We're talking about hitters 2, 5, 6, 7, and 9. There's nothing he can't do.
Here's Goikoa back around at the top, and the first pitch is low for ball 1. Hanna has the sign, wastes no time. Winds and fires that pitch in the dirt well before the dish, 2-0. Just 1 walk issued so far by Hanna. The 2-0 to Goikoa in there for a strike. 2-1.
If Drew Hanna is able to put away Goikoa, he will only have faced 4 over the minimum right now.
The 2-1 delivery, curveball in there for a strike at the knees, 2-2.
You betcha, CJ. He starts that ball as an inside curve. It stays inside and just catches the black.
The windup and the 2-2 pitch to the plate, and Goikoa gets a hold of this one, but right at Olive in left. He settles under it, makes the catch, and a 1-2-3 inning here in the 5th.
No runs, no hits, no errors, and the Maniacs hold on to that 5-0 lead. We are through 4.5 innings of play when the Maniacs come to the plate. Olive, Drobish, and Christofferson are penciled in. We'll come back after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino, to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services and Riverside Physical Therapy. They are proud sponsors of KLER Orofino. I'm Jeff Jones, and along with CJ Thompson. If you are looking for the evening news, you'll be able to tune across to our sister station, 103.3 KLER FM, as the evening news can be heard there. Right now, we've got ourselves a fantastic ball game. The Maniacs lead at 5-0, and we go to the Maniac half of the 5th. Here's CJ.
Aiden Olive to lead things off. First pitch swung through, comes up empty.
Back out on the hill, Goikoa, CJ. He's given up 5 runs on 7 hits.
The 0-1 offering way outside. A ball and a strike now. All those 5 runs coming in that second inning. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a line drive just past the glove of Ebert at second into right center. And Aiden Olive leads things off with a base knock, his second of the day.
Well, CJ, right now as I look through this scorebook, just about everyone has gotten on base one way or another. As a matter of fact, 7 of the 9 Maniacs have gotten on base or come up with a hit.
Here's Nick Drobish. Goikoa sets and fires, swing and a fly ball towards the gap in right center, over the head of Sickles in right. This is extra bases for Drobish. Rounding third and putting on the brakes is Aiden Olive, and a double for Nick Drobish as Olive and Drobish go back-to-back here to lead off the bottom of the 5th.
So Nick was one of those batters, CJ, that had not been able to get on base, and he does so convincingly with that looping double out into right center field. Good job by the kid hitting in the 6th spot for Orofino.
Now here is Gavin Christofferson, runners at second and third. The pitch called strike.
That was at the very bottom of the strike zone, CJ. Clement had a difficult time holding on to it behind the plate.
Wind up in the 0-1 offering, a swing and a ball out of the glove of Munt at third, dribbles away from him. The throw across and it gets by Lindsay, a run scores, and Drobish rounding third and is going to come home.
Yep.
So 2 runs will score, 7-0 Maniacs, and Gavin reaches on the air. He's now at second.
And I'm sorry, CJ, and all the excitement. That was a throwing error on Munt?
Yes,
third
over
base?
third,
Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Receiving and throwing.
Throwing error wide of Lindsley.
Pitch over the head of Loudon Cochran in the 8th spot, 1-0.
Wow, 2 more runs here for Orofino. 7-0 here in the bottom of the 5th. They are cruising against the Bulldogs.
That pitch, fastball outside. 2-0. 7-0 Orofino. Man on, nobody away. That pitch up high. Count runs to 3-0. Things falling apart here for Goikoa.
I was thinking exactly the same thing, CJ. That last pitch, I mean, it was almost lobbed up there.
That pitch taken all the way for a strike. 3 balls and a strike. Hitters count for Loudon Cochran. Christofferson the lead at second. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss for strike. 2 full count.
Loudon would like to have that back. He took that 4th pitch, CJ, and it could have easily been a strike, which it was from Goikoa. The last one was right down the pipe.
And the payoff pitch rings him up.
What?
Yeah, a late strike call from our home plate umpire.
I had already put him on for a base on balls. That ball, we won't say.
First pitch.
Ball 1.
Ball 1.
Number 1, Schneider.
Man aboard, 1 away.
Number 4, Naranjo.
1-0 the count to Schneider. Here's the pitch, swing and a fly ball center field, backing up and making the catch is Holes Jr. Tagging, heading for third is Christofferson, and he will make it in safely as the throw is cut off. But there's 2 away.
At bat, number 4, Silas Naranjo.
Top of the order due up, Silas Naranjo.
Barlow.
Wind up and the first pitch to Silas and a flare out to right field. But right there is Kaysen Sickles to make the catch. For the third out, spots the Maniacs put up a couple more runs on 2 hits, 1 error, and they leave 1 out there. 7-0.
And here we go to the top of the 6th inning for the Bulldogs. Munt, Clement, and Holes Jr. after this.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Leschwa Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Leschwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Watson's Market Orofino, we wish to thank the community for trusting us for your family's grocery shopping needs. We do everything possible to bring you the lowest prices, highest quality foods, and the smiles you see on our employees every day. We believe in community and donate to area food banks, Little League sports, and community-wide events. Hometown values, our commitment to you from Watson's Market Orofino.
Open daily when you need us the most. Watson's Market Orofino.
Terry Bowling of Camus Financial Services and Riverside Physical Therapy. Happy to bring you today's game, the Orofino Maniacs and the Grangeville Bulldogs. Hello, everyone. I'm Jeff Jones, CJ Thompson, and it'll be the Bulldog half of the 6th inning. Here is CJ.
It'll be Carter Munt to lead things off. 0 for 2 looking for his first hit of the day. Drew Hanna back out on the mound. Been unscathed to this point as winds and sends the first pitch. Swinging a foul ball back into the nets. 0-1.
All right, so Munt today, CJ, he's 0 for 2. He popped up to second baseman Naranjo and went down swinging in the third.
Hanna fires the 0-1. Taking low, 4 ball, 1 a ball, and a strike.
At bat, number
on deck, Cody Clements, Ray Holes Jr. in the hole. Holes Jr. in the hole. Here's the 1-1. That pitch low, 4 ball, 2 balls, and a strike. Now the windup and a 2-1 offering, nicely framed at the bottom of the zone for a called strike.
Drew battling a little right now, CJ, as he's in the 6th inning again, just 4 over the minimum.
The 2-2 delivery, swing and a miss, 4 strike 3, struck him out. That is the 6th strikeout so far for Drew Hanna.
That's 2 Ks against Carter Munt, hitting in that second spot. Chased after a pitch just a little outside the zone, but he thought he could get a piece of it and send it into the outfield, but instead he goes down, first out for Grangeville.
Now Cody Clements takes a cut at the first pitch, waves by, able to get a fastball by him. 0-1. Big stuff coming up this weekend here in Orofino, Jeff, the community cleanup day.
Right, yeah, that'll be a lot of fun.
The 0-1 a curveball, swinging a fly ball, center field, moving to his right was Cochran. He'll make the catch, 2 away.
We encourage everyone to come on out. Earth Day was this past Saturday, but Earth Day should be every day. And if you feel the same way, come on out and help clean in the communities of Orofino and Pierce. We'll be broadcasting in Orofino, brought to you by Simmons Natal Enterprises. Come on out and be a part of the fun.
Here's Ray Holes Jr., and he takes first pitch strike. Fastball in there.
A lot of people say, how can cleaning up be fun? Do you look at it as fun?
You know, I plead the 5th. Here's the 0-1. Slider outside for ball 1.
Nobody likes to see garbage on the side of the roads or anything like that, and so there's a great community cleaning that up.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball misses for ball 2. Yeah, it is nice to see the end result. That's the fun part.
It certainly is.
The 2-1 offering, and nearly identical pitch. This one called a strike.
So if you are of the mindset of wanting to keep Orofino clean, come on out to the Orofino City Park anytime Saturday morning after 7.
The 2-2 to Holes Jr. swinging a comebacker, gets by Hanna, but Howell is there. The throw, nice stretch from Barlow, makes the catch. 1, 2, 3 inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, none left out there. 7-0 Orofino.
Well, the Maniacs always looking to put up another run, and they're going to try and do it with Barlow, Naranjo, and Howell. They are scheduled up in the bottom of the frame when CJ and I return after this.
The weather is great for planting. Hi, this is Ian of Your Best Built Builder Supply. In the parking lot of our Highway 12 store, you'll find our greenhouses up and open for you to put that green thumb to work. Bedding plants, bushes, fruit, and vegetable plants. Looking for something deer resistant? Come on by and take a look. plant medium, fertilizers, and so much more when you shop Best Built Builder Supply and the Parking Lot Nursery. Open 7 days a week. Best Built Builder Supply.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Leschwa Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Leschwa Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Bring home the win, Orofino. Sponsoring today's OHS broadcast are your friends at Orofino Physical Therapy, Kimberling Insurance, and Best Built Builder Supply. As we head to the bottom of the sixth here at the ball field at Orofino High. Orofino up 7-0.
Number 9.
Well, if you think you're having fun now, come on out to the ballpark. We are having a blast. The lefty in the Maniac hitting order, Dash Barlow, steps in. And he waves at the first pitch, fouls it off to the left. 0-1.
Dash having a good day at the plate. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored.
Goikoa back out on the hill once again. He has struck out 5 Maniacs, but again giving up 7 runs to this league-leading Orofino baseball team. Here's the 0-1. Fastball paints the inside half for a called strike, 0-2. Saw this the last time that Dash was at the plate as well. Curveball swung on, slow ground ball out to Bransford at shortstop, makes the toss, and it's good for the 6-3 put out. For those of you who are keeping a book at home, there's one away here in Orofino's half of the 6th inning of play.
So wrong sport, but did you hear the big news in the NFL?
Some guy is going from Green Bay over to New York.
Yeah.
Some guy, I don't know.
Yeah. Not sure if he's had any success or anything.
I don't know. I haven't heard much about him, to be honest with you. Here's Quentin Naranjo with 1 gone for the Maniacs here in their half of the 6th. High fastball taken for ball 1.
It's kind of interesting, though, that, Favre went from the Packers to the Jets just the same.
Exactly. I heard that as well. I never thought of that. Here's the 1-0. It's swung on, a ground ball to the shortstop Bransford once again. And again, it's another easy toss for the second out here in the Maniac 6th.
So if he goes from the Jets to the Vikings, we'll know we're living in the Matrix. Cause
I was just kind of curious, if Favre had any, or Aaron Rodgers, excuse me, not Favre, that we were already talking about him, if he had any thoughts about going down to Tampa Bay.
Yeah. I don't think he wanted to be compared to Tom Brady any more than he already is.
Howell, he's going to take a first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, in the draft. Holy schmoly. A lot of people talking about whether or not Seattle will trade up. They're already a number 5 fastball taken for a strike. But they've got the 5th pick, and they're looking at a defensive lineman. Here's the... time is given to Bodie Howell. David was already in his windup, and he stopped and nearly fell off the hill. Here's the 1-1. That is taken for a strike, 1-2 to Bodie.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping that Rodgers would end up with the Raiders, go back with Devontae Adams again. But,
yeah. 1-2 pitch. Slow curveball inside for ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bodie. Bodie without a hit here today. How does that happen, CJ? And his 3 at-bats.
Doesn't very often.
Lifts the bat off of his shoulders. Here's the next pitch. Fastball away for ball 3. Reached on a walk back in the first, but he is struck out and flown out. From the windup, Goikoa begins his motion. Here is the 3-2 pitch swung on, and that'll do it here for the Maniac half of the 6th. They lead it 7-0. Grangeville has a lot of work to do when we come back in the top of the 7th, CJ.
It'll be Jackson, Ebert, and Sickles that'll have to do it after this.
His wife's words echoed in his mind.
You never fix anything around here.
Well, today that would change. He would fix the water heater. He'd show her that he wasn't just the man of the house, he was the handyman of this house. He was more than capable. Oh, no. And we covered it. UFH2O. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Hi, this is Greg Kimberling. We invite you to see us at our new location at 622 Bryden Avenue in Lewiston.
Fast and easy, get your taxes completed efficiently and professionally, and get your refund on the way. Fill out the H&R Block drop-off form you'll find online with the needed tax information. Drop it off at your H&R Block office at 120 Michigan Avenue and let them take it from there. Take advantage of quick and convenient drop-off service from H&R Block and swing by today. And to stay one step ahead, keep your eye out for H&R Block to move to their new location at 10640 Highway 12.
Terry Bowling of Camas Financial Services and Riverside Physical Therapy say go Maniacs and a win, and they are well on their way to doing just that as they have a 7-run cushion heading here to the top of the 7th. The Bulldogs down to their final 3 outs. Jeff.
Well, Drew Hanna has finished his warm-ups. Ball is
off the top of the
tossed around, comes back to Gavin Christofferson. He hand delivers it to Drew and says, go get him, kid, give us the victory here. Jackson, the DH, to lead things off here for the Bulldogs, takes a first pitch low for a ball 1-0. Jackson, the last time he faced Drew, went down swinging. Here's the 1-0. That is taken for a strike at the hands, 1-1. Drew from the windup, the 1-1 delivery on the way. Pitch is going to be swung on and fouled behind home plate. It does dribble back into the field of play, but it was fouled away, and the count runs to a ball and 2 strikes.
Drew has been excellent today. He's sprinkled 6 strikeouts throughout, but mostly been contact pitching.
And the 1-2 pitch taken for a called third strike. Silas knows it. He quickly jumps up from behind home plate and starts the ball around the horn, and you take a look at JT Jackson. The shoulders just dropped. Seems like they were down to his knees. He knew he should have been swinging at that. That's the first looking strikeout for the Bulldogs today. Ebert steps in, takes a pitch for a called strike. Ebert in his 2 at-bats, he's 1 for 2. He is also a Hanna strikeout victim. That came in his first at-bat in the 2nd inning of play. The 0-1 swung on, a ground ball out to Howell at second. He makes the easy toss, and there are 2 gone, and the last possibility for the Grangeville Bulldogs here in the top of the 7th, and it rests on Cason Sickles. It has been all Orofino in this baseball game, in this first matchup between the 2 league rivals. Pitch on the way to Cason. It's a fastball taken for a strike on the inside, 0-1.
Sickles, another one of the strikeout victims, back in the 2nd.
You look at this kid. He just looks like he is built for making home runs. The 0-1, ball 1. 1-1. And here is Hanna's 1-1 pitch. That is taken for a ball, 2 balls and a strike. Again, a junior varsity matchup coming up immediately after this one. After they get the field all prepped up, hope you'll come on out and support the Maniacs. 2-1 delivery to Sickles. Swing and a miss. And the Bulldogs down to their last strike here in the visitor side of the 7th inning. Maniacs control this one 7-0. And here is the 2-2 to Sickles. Swinging third strike. Oh my gosh, you got a piece of it. Fouled it away. Didn't even see that one come off the bat. Count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I haven't seen most of them come off the bat, honestly. The sun coming through this window.
Here's the 2-2. Going to be swung on, hit into foul ground, and will drop on the warning track in right field. So Cason gets to come back to the plate, try it again. Drew looking in for a sign from Silas. He's got it with a little shake of his head, and here is the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled back here into the crowd. gentleman right down here in front of us was talking to somebody off to his left, and then he must have heard some commotion. He looked up, and it startled him. Thought he was going to fall over.
Game has just flown by, an hour and 20 minutes to this point.
My gosh. Here's the 2-2 to Sickles. Swung on, and this one's going to be popped up and foul out of play to the left. This is actually one of the better at-bats we have seen from the Grangeville hitters today. Battling here is the 7 guy, Sickles. Nobody out on the sacks. Grangeville down to their last strike in this baseball game. Drew Hanna kicks and fires the 2-2, swinging third strike, and that, my friends, is your ball game. The Orofino Maniacs remain perfect in league play. They now go to 5-0 in the Central Idaho League after they defeat the Grangeville Bulldogs here today, 7-0. And CJ, we thought this might be a bit of a tight ball game because of the fact that these two teams just despise one another when it comes to any sport, and they have always had some great battles throughout the years in baseball, but this game was all Orofino from the start.
Yeah, most definitely. Drew Hanna controlled this game right from the get-go on the mound, and that was definitely feel for the Grangeville hitters having to face that.
My gosh, Drew was just aces on the hill today for the Maniacs. 7-0, our final score. Orofino defeats Grangeville. CJ and I take a break. When we come back, it's our post game when we return after this.
Today you have numerous options when selecting your IRA, and deciding which account is right for you is one of the most important decisions you will make for your financial future. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. Give me a call to find out which IRA fits your financial needs or to update your current IRA savings strategy. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue in Orofino to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Hi, this is Terry Bowling with Camas Financial Services. I am available to help you select the right investment options when you are faced with early retirement, changing or losing a job, or any other lifestyle changes that warrant a review of your financial plan. You can reach me, Terry Bowling, at 476-7100 or stop by my office at 230 Johnson Avenue, Orofino, to set up a free, no-obligation appointment today. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC.
Once upon a time, there was a sleepy bear in search of a place to nap. Like the inside of a car. A coupe? Too small. An SUV? Too big. A station wagon? Just right. But as his eyelids began to get heavy, we covered it. Talk to farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
For auto, home, life, and commercial insurance, see me, Greg Kimberling, in Lewiston at 622 Bryden Avenue.
No matter your age, a woman's health is paramount, and today there is no reason not to be screened for cervical cancer. Clearwater Valley Health encourages women to talk with their provider today about a free screening. Most insurers cover 100% of a cervical cancer screening. In Idaho, if you're uninsured, Women's Health Check will likely cover your screening. Call and take the first step, 208-476-5777. That's 208-476-5777. Call now.
We're back here to the ballpark at Orofino High School as the Maniacs come away with a 7-0 victory over the rival Grangeville Bulldogs. And as we always customarily like to do, we like to get Coach up here. Scotty Tonneval comes and visits with us now. And Coach, let me just quickly say congratulations on your victory today. As you know all too well, it is so good to defeat the Grangeville Bulldogs. Got to put a smile on your face.
Yeah, no, it was good to come out here and get the first one out of a 3-game series with them, and we'll see them again on Saturday, and it's not going to get any easier. Pleased with our performance. Drew had an heck of a day on the mound, and pretty excited about his growth.
Before we get too much further into this interview, we want to remind folks that when they do come to the ballpark on Saturday for that doubleheader, Grangeville will be the home team in both those games, correct?
Yeah, that's correct. Their field is kind of in a condition that's not playable is what we're told, so they're going to come here on our turf, and they'll be the home team.
What do you remember about playing up at Grangeville?
Windy, cold, and like a rough infield. I wasn't too excited to play there usually.
You were, if you weren't pitching more times than not, you were playing center field. And did they even have a fence out there when you played out there?
It was part of the football field. It was like a grandstand area, so it was like concrete and then a white railing, if I remember.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah. Well, again, gosh, your team, your kids do an outstanding job today. I want to go back to the first inning, however. You load up the bases. You've got things set very nicely, but nothing materialized.
Yeah, nothing, didn't come away with anything there, but I told them, hey, just keep putting pressure on these guys. We'll find a way, keep getting on base, good things will happen, stay positive, and that's what happened. Keep putting the ball in play, eliminate pop-ups and strikeouts, and we'll do well.
Can I ask you how you made the decision to have Gavin steal second base?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a successful stolen base. I'm just curious what happened.
No, that was just a misread on his part. He got off too far on a bunt call to move him over with, I believe we had nobody out. And we were looking to just get a guy in scoring position, put it on the next guy. He got too far off, got back picked. Would have been a rundown, but they happened to miss tag. They tagged high, and he beat it. So I'll take it as a free 90, but wasn't planned that way.
Drew Hanna, superb effort by that young man today. 8 strikeouts, 1 hit batter, 1 walk. You can't be much happier than that, can you?
No, Drew's come a long ways. He is really hitting the stride right now. Confidence is high, and even if he gets rattled a little bit, he comes right back to compete. You saw it last weekend against St. Mary's, putting him in with a bases loaded situation, 1 out, gets out of there with no runs. I mean, the guy's got the confidence. I hand him the ball on the mound, and he's like, I got this. So that's the biggest part of it. His mindset is got him in a place where he's going to do some great things if he stays here.
What's his best pitch?
The one that gets outs.
CJ, with that, I'll turn it over to you.
9 hits today. Got to be pretty happy with the team's performance at the plate.
Yeah, offense was good. We put the ball in play. I mean, Grangeville bobbled it a little bit. I think they had probably 3 errors if I had to recollect here quickly. I'm not positive, but putting the ball in play is a good thing. And Aiden Olive stung the ball today. Drobish picked up a double. Easton a double down the line. I mean, we got some really good things happening with guys that are farther down the order, which is helping out tremendously.
Undefeated in league at the moment. You're the top dog. What's the key to finishing strong as you head into the backstretch of the season and playoffs?
Well, for me, I tell the guys, don't get caught looking in the other dugout. We're not going to look past anything. Don't get cocky. Don't get a big head. It's just one game at a time, one pitch at a time, and we'll find our way in a good position if we keep doing that.
Looking forward to seeing what you can do.
So let me just ask you this. When you talk to the kids and you say, because you've said this before, don't get caught looking into the other dugout, what is the mentality of this squad? If you were to say it's good, it's great, it's getting there, what would it be?
So this year, I think it's been pretty spectacular, actually. The guys are really buying into the team mindset, understanding that it's not about them. You might go out here and go 0 for 4 today, but you might have moved a runner over, and you might have made a play on defense, or you did something to contribute. It's a team effort, and they're starting to buy into it and really go, okay, just because I don't have my day at the plate, I don't have to be a poor teammate. If we can have selfless teammates that pick each other up, come back in the dugout, and these guys are doing it, they're buying into it. Gavin Christopherson, that game right there. Line drive to him, he misses it, I look at him, he's over there pounding his chest, pointing at Drew and said, I got you, that's me. So those are selfless acts, and that's what I'm looking for, and the club's buying into it.
All right, very good. Well, congratulations on this victory over Grangeville today, and we look forward to our next broadcast and the next Maniac win.
Yeah, thank you guys. Really appreciate it.
That's Scotty Tonneval, head ball coach here at Orofino High. We are back with more postgame after this.
Fast and easy, get your taxes completed efficiently and professionally, and get your refund on the way. Fill out the H&R Block drop-off form you'll find online with the needed tax information. Drop it off at your H&R Block office at 120 Michigan Avenue and let them take it from there. Take advantage of quick and convenient drop-off service from H&R Block and swing by today. And to stay one step ahead, keep your eye out for H&R Block to move to their new location at 10640 Highway 12.
Today, your dollar needs to stretch a little further than previous. At Watson's Market Orofino, we invite our senior citizens to shop Thursdays. Every Thursday, receive a 10% discount on all your shopping. Senior Discount Days is Watson's Market Orofino's way of helping our community in times of flush or thin. For savings up and down every aisle, thank you for choosing Watson's Market Orofino.
Open 7 days a week and a 10% discount on Thursdays for seniors. Watson's Market, Orofino.
It's amazing that we wear something different every day to work and try our best to change up our look. New shoes or shirt or even a haircut can really make a difference. But when was the last time you changed out those glasses? If it's been more than a couple years since you visited your optometrist, now's the time. Dr. Rick Lindgren and staff at Family Eye Care are here to take care of your family's eyes. If your vision changes, even slightly, those old glasses you're wearing may not be doing you any favors. It only takes a few minutes to have your eyes professionally examined. You just may be surprised at how much you've been missing. Find new brand name frames for less than you might think. Accentuate your personal style with statement-making glasses for a look that's bold, original, and unforgettable. Let Family Eye Care help take care of your eyes. Call and make an appointment today at 476-4814. Family Eye Care, Michigan Avenue, Orofino, and Highway 12 West in Kamei. Come on in and see the difference.
Hi, above the ball field here at Orofino High School. Jeff Jones, CJ Thompson, KLER Orofino. Thanks for listening in as we get ready to wrap this one up. The Maniacs score 7 runs today on 9 hits off of starting pitcher David Goikoa. Lots of singles, doubles, 1 error, and they left 6 out on the base paths as Drew Hanna gets the victory for the Maniacs, pitching a full game here, 8 strikeouts, hit 1 batsman and 1 walk. Gave up just 3 hits, all singles to this Bulldog squad, and Grangeville left 3 out on the base pad. CJ, let's take a look at that line score for Orofino.
All right, in that leadoff spot, Silas Narano going 1 for 4 today. Dash Barlow hit the ball well, 2 for 4 with an RBI and a run scored. Quentin Narano 1 for 4. He swiped bag and scored. Bodie Howell 0 for 3 in the cleanup spot. He did walk once. Hayden Olive 2 for 3. Nick Drobish DHing today. He was 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. Gavin Christofferson 1 for 3 with a run scored. Loudon Cochran goes 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. And Easton Schneider, that big 2 RBI double, he goes 1 for 2 with that double, 2 RBI and a run scored.
Well, the Maniacs with a lot of runs scored there, and that's what you like to hear. 7 runs and a shutout against the Grangeville Bulldogs. That'll make you smile more, I don't think.
All good.
Well, I'll tell you what's even better is that player of the game, the KLER Pizza Factory Player of the Game honor. That's coming up when we return.
When it comes to your health care, getting placed on a long waiting list to see a provider can be frustrating. That's why at Orofino Physical Therapy, we recognize that when you're in pain, you want help now. At Orofino Physical Therapy, there is no waiting. Priding ourselves on offering same-day, next-day appointments, you can rest assured you'll be seen within 24 hours. If you're in pain and need help, don't wait. Call Orofino Physical Therapy. Call today, 476-9365.
P1FCU's Ascend Checking is a simple free checking account that gives you the flexibility to earn dividends. Plus, get anytime account access with online and mobile banking, mobile deposit, and no minimum balance requirements. So level up your finances with an Ascend checking account. Learn more at p1fcu.org/ascend. P1FCU, your community, your credit union. Insured by NCUA.
I like to think of myself as a confident backseat driver. Mom, brakes please.
Gotcha.
But these days, I'm less confident in the economy.
Same here, buddy.
Thankfully, Leschwald Tires helps make sure that our safety never takes a backseat, even when we're watching our wallets. Time to turn, Mom.
Help keep drivers and backseat drivers safe with Leschwald Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Nothing quite says family happiness like the deliciousness of a piping hot pizza or flatbread from the Pizza Factory. On Michigan Avenue, Orofino, the Pizza Factory has 4 new mouth-watering flatbreads. Pesto, artichoke, and tomato flatbreads, also available with buffalo chicken or tomato bacon and olive oil. For a limited time only, come in today and try the new flatbreads.
We toss them, they're awesome. Pizza Factory.
Well, we're back here at the ballpark at Orofino High as the Maniacs defeat Grangeville 7-0 here, and it is time for that KLER Pizza Factory Player of the Game. And for here, I turn it over to CJ Thompson.
I mean, gosh, of course, everybody hit well. They had 9 hits on the day by our count, 7 runs. But I think you got to give it to the guy who controlled the game on the other side right from the get-go. He absolutely dominated, as he is known to do. Drew Hanna goes the distance, shuts out Grangeville, giving up just 3 hits, striking out 8, walking 1, did plunk 1 batter. But so congratulations, Drew, for your efforts to receive a certificate good for personal pizza and a medium soft drink of your choice from our good friends at the Pizza Factory Orofino.
Okay, so for our next contest, CJ, all of our friends at home who have a schedule, just throw it out. What we've been told is now our next game is Saturday against the first game of a doubleheader against St. Mary's, or excuse me, my apologies, Grangeville. 3:45 will be our pregame Saturday. 4 o'clock will be the first pitch, as we hope you'll tune in. Maniacs looking to run the table in league play. They now have a 5-0 advantage in the league, and hoping for that top spot when the district tournament comes around May 5th and 6th.
Yeah, you gotta love it.
Yeah, excited about it. Excited about Maniac Baseball. All right, so a couple of quick thank yous. Scotty Tondervald coming up and visiting with us here in the post-game show, and also for Phil Lamothe back at the studio, our in-studio engineer. I am Jeff Jones.
I'm CJ Thompson.
We'd like to bid you all a very pleasant good evening.
KLER would like to thank you for listening in today to another Orofino High School Athletics presentation of Maniac Baseball. Today's game has been brought to you by a host of fine community backers, and they thank you for supporting your local kids. We hope you'll continue to listen in for more of our OHS regular season coverage of Central Idaho League Baseball. Orofino High School Baseball, a Central Idaho Broadcasting sports presentation on KLER.